Hello. So yeah, um, it's late in the night, but I have to come live here on YouTube because of what I experienced earlier. So please, my fellow asylum seekers, come here and listen to me so well. I know the asylum system is hard. It's really hard, and it's different for everyone, for each one. I know some people, when they have been given status, that's when we come to realize how much pain we've been carrying around. Just as an example, one of my friends in her 60s who was given papers, she said to me, I feel like I'm a child again, a child that has just passed GCSE and she doesn't know what to do. Tell me, what should I do now? So imagine someone in your 60s but feeling lost. This is after you've been given paper. Why? Because you've been stuck in asylum for so many years to a point that you don't even know yourself. Given paper, you think, what should I do now? So literally, said it feels like a time when she had passed her GCSE exams and she had no clue about what she would do next. Another person who was also given status said, all this time you've seen me, I've been feeling like someone pinned my head down like this. Now that I have status, it feels like, yes, come off my neck. That's how it feels. So we know how hard it is. As for me, I don't even want to say much about myself. I struggled more when I got my papers. I was all over the place. I just couldn't process it. I just didn't have I didn't know how to process it. And I went everywhere looking for help. One of the psychotherapists said, take your time, don't rush yourself. It will take time, but you will process it and you understand what is going on. So this is how far this asylum thing, it takes us. You find yourself nowhere and you are thinking, what has just happened? What am I supposed to do now? Really, it is hard. So all these three scenarios that I've given you is just to show how much of the pain that we carry, that I understand what most asylum seekers are going through, because I've been through it and I see it every day, and I hear people tell me all these stories I'm telling you, it's from people, real people. So it is how it is a seriously hard, but it doesn't seem like we are getting the message across. So if people are doing different things, so for example, we have people who are giving us maybe a room where to live. They are giving us a training to learn maybe how we can gain some confidence, so we can speak up, or we can write a blog, or we can whatever that is. We have some people who are helping us to sort the case as in solicitor. Some people are giving us food. All these things, they are contributing to our life so that we can have whatever we are going through, we can manage it. So today, why I'm making this live is I met a friend, and I've known this friend from years back. From the time I started asylum, that's the time we met. But him, he's still in the system and things are not looking good. He's struggling, and it's been really hard. Why? Because he's been with solicitors here and there, but mostly he's doing his applications alone several times, and each time he's getting refusals. Where in my eyes, I'm thinking, why is he even getting refusal? He should be the first person to get status based on his experiences and everything. I can't go into details because it's not my story to tell, it's their story. But, and so he's so frustrated because it is frustrating and it is painful. So his point is, why should I be talking to anyone else apart from Home Office? Why should I be doing something else that will not bring Home Office to change my status? And that is what is messing him up, because the Home Office is nowhere near to him. So they're not coming to talk to him because they don't care what he feels or what anyone else feels in the asylum system. So it's him who is suffering because of that, because he's looking for Home Office to speak with him. He thinks if he talks to Home Office, that's the only thing that can change his status, so that they can understand from him speaking to them directly. But so I had a chat with him saying, but because that is not possible. Yes, probably maybe at some point I've attended some meetings where they say this is someone from Home Office. But to me, those meetings, I said, I don't want to attend those meetings if this is the case, because of what my experience. I just didn't want to put myself in. Maybe now that I have status, maybe I can engage again. But at that time, that's the decision I made. I said, there's no point, because if someone is talking in the form that will just make my situation worse, I don't want to be in those spaces. So I was speaking with this friend that, yes, much as what you want is to speak to Home Office directly so that they can hear how you are suffering and your story, so that they can give you the decision that you deserve. But in the meantime, it's not happening. So instead of us focusing on things that we don't have, things that we cannot change, things that we do not have power about, why can we focus on things that we can actually do? Because he's someone who is healthy, he's energetic, he can do what he wants to do apart from getting paid job. But he can volunteer, he can find something to do instead of focusing on what he doesn't have, which is immigration status. And instead of thinking about it every day, which is what also messes our head up. Because yes, we think about it because you think about your own future. You start thinking about your own children. He came here when he was a young man. He's in his 40s now. God knows until when that his situation will change. But we know it will change, because it does change. Things do get better. We were all stuck. We didn't know that. I didn't know that I could get paper. Many of my friends didn't know they could get paper. But yes, with time, things change. It doesn't have to be that way. It does not really require us to suffer the way we are suffering, the way we have suffered. But what can we do? This is the world we live in. So how can we focus on things that save us than things that crush us? I know it's not easy, and I'm not saying this in a funny way. No, it is hard, because yes, our priority is to have paper. We know that we have a case, and we know that we want to be free. But if we are focusing on the things that we do not have, the paper that Home Office has not given us, if we focus on the bad things that they have said in those letters, if we focus on how bad our life has gone, then we'll never have hope for tomorrow. We'll never see the good things that also sometimes are in there when you're going through the hardship. So my advice is to people who are still in the asylum system, people who are stuck, my only plea, I'm pleading because I've seen and I hear people thinking of doing something else to their lives or otherwise. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. But what is worth for now is for you to find something that you love and focus on that. Focus on that. By the time you get your status, you will have mastered the things that you love because you've already been doing it. You'll have accumulated a lot of experience, a lot of materials if you're making something. Even if it's just going out to play football or whatever it is, join a local team. If it's gardening, go out and have some fresh air and do manual work. It's good for our health. If we focus on small things like that, let's see how it will take us. I made a video, a short, which I will link up with this video somehow, somewhere. Please watch it. I talk about 5 things that I did when I was asylum seeker. So just look at on my channel 5 things I did when I was an asylum seeker. You will find it. Okay, so this is it. Sorry, the live has been longer than I expected, but it's still less than 15 minutes. But I hope you get something. I would like to encourage each one of you, if you are an asylum seeker, to hold on, have hope that things change. I didn't know I would get status. I was stuck for a long time, and my case was all over the place because I was everywhere. I was speaking. I didn't excuse me, I didn't want to stay quiet because much as I was speaking for my own pain, I saw the pain in the eyes of others, which I thought I can also do something about it. And so I did not stop speaking. I continue to. Now, of course, I'm a little distracted with what other things that have come up in my life, but I will not miss the bigger picture. The biggest picture will always be in my head, in my thoughts, and in the work that I do. So I'm doing this live to encourage someone, to encourage a friend who wants to give up because you are tired of the asylum system. You have waited, you have tried everything, you have made appeals, you have put in fresh claims 100 times, but all you are getting is a refusal. Some of you have been here over 20 years. Some of you close to 20. Some of you 10, 15, 9 years, 8 years, 7 years of your life just gone. And some of you are stuck with children. It's all painful. And the mothers, when they start talking about how their children are treated in some of the, it's sad, it's painful. I cannot imagine that if I had my son had to go through that. I cannot. So I know all of this is so emotional and so it hurts. It hurts even for me when I listen to the story. I cry when I come back to my room. I cry for the women. I cry for everyone that tells me their stories because it hurts. But hold on, and keep fighting. Don't lose hope. Things change. Let's focus on what we have, on what we can do. Let's not focus on the negativity and the refusals, because if we focus on that, it makes us angry and it messes with our mental health. That is what the Home Office wants. So we don't want that. If they want us this way, us we go that way. That's how we win. Let's stay positive and focus on things that we have, things that we can do now. Let's focus on that. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Much love. Bye.